What's good, fam? Welcome back to another video. Hold on. And it must be Christmas, man. In this video, I'm going to be showing y'all how to transform the rear end of your 2008 2IS 350, 250, ISF, whatever it may be, to a 2025 equivalent. That's right. We're going to go from the stock boring taillights, or in my case, the VLANs, to the 2025 taillights. That's going to transform the look of this car. Stick around to the end of the video to see the results. Stay tuned. I'm about to get to this transformation. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna start with popping the trunk. If you guys know from my previous videos, if you haven't seen those, you must be new here or you haven't checked them out. Go check that out right now. I'll put a little link right there on the top corner of the screen. But if you don't know, I have the two sound systems in the back here. I have the sound system back here in the back. I think it's like for the mids or whatever. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off, make sure I can take it off first and foremost. I don't think this is like bolted down or anything to the trunk, but if it is, I'm gonna go ahead and take that out today, so that way I can access right here behind this panel right here, because essentially you'll need to get back there in order to get those off right there. So we're gonna get into that first. This is the easy part, so I'm not too worried about that yet. I have done this one time before on my old 2IS. I had the smoked out VLAN, so kind of familiar with the process and what to do and whatnot, but this is gonna be a little new for me. So hopefully it's not like anything too crazy, but hopefully it goes pretty smoothly. So we'll see how it goes. Put y'all on the tripod right there. Put y'all on that, and let's get to work, man. I got a habit of losing these things, man, so make sure I put them somewhere where I'm not going to lose them. But other than that, I think it's like 6 or 8, maybe 9 little tabs in here that I gotta get off. So I'm gonna start with that, man. I don't think I ever actually showed you guys my actual air system back here. Hopefully you guys can see it. Just gonna turn my. Hopefully you guys can see it, but I think it's a 5-gallon tank, 2 compressors, and the management system running the Airlift 3P. But I know last time that I showed this was when I had the sub in the back, so obviously probably wasn't able to show that. But this is where we're at. Basically, I got this off. I think this should be enough, just because I think these are screwed into the trunk, and I don't feel like messing with that right now. So this should be enough room. If not, I'll figure out something else to do with that. But that's basically ready to go. Now we're gonna get this part out right here. Pretty sure it's just to pop these off right here, and this tab here, and this thing will come out like that basically. So do that on both sides. Hopefully you can see that, but do that on both sides, and this will pop out for the outer tail light portion. So yeah, that's what we're doing next. Side one out. It's literally just like a Phillips head screw or an 8mm socket. And then you gotta pop out the plastic tab right here. Yeah. Pop that shum bitch on out right there. I think it might be one more. Don't remember. But this is basically all you need right here, just to pull that little corner out. Hopefully, since this car already has VLANs on it, it was not like clamped or soldered or anything like that. So hopefully the wires are movable. I don't know if that makes sense, but let's get the other side on off. I just realized I haven't even shown y'all the freaking lights yet, man. So right before, I go ahead and put the lights on. I got both sides out. That's exposed right there. The top's exposed. I'm gonna pull this down to expose this as well. Now it's time to go ahead and put the lights on, and this is what they look like. I'm gonna give you a little hint, right? Because you're gonna stick around to the end of the video to see what they look like on the car, but this is your hint. That's your hint right there. All right, and if you know anything about 4IS conversion or 4IS taillights, that long piece right there. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say right there, man. But this is your hint. Smoked out The black smoked out should go really well with the silver, but stick around to the end. We'll see how it turns out. All right, this is how it's gonna look when you get the tail light out. I'm gonna have the V-line out. I probably end up selling these. It's crazy because I remember a time when I had these and I thought these were like the best freaking things on the market. So it's definitely pretty wild. Full circle one way right now, but these are out. Go ahead and put that one in, see how it looks. All right, so just disconnected this right here. And then that is the only thing that holds this outside light in, other than obviously the 3 screws here. So I'm gonna grab a ratchet really quick and then undo these screws and then go ahead and pop this light out and pop the new one in. All right, so we're moving on to the other side. Got it already off. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but this is supposed to come out with a light. It's supposed to look like something like this on the back of the light, that right there. And also my old VLAN was missing. Yeah, my old VLAN was missing the 3rd screw here. So I don't know, something a little weird going on the right side here. Maybe the car was like an accident or something like that on this side, but yeah, we were missing this screw. Oh, you know what? This is the screw that's stuck in here. So yeah, the screw is stuck in there from the VLAN. So basically what I'm doing right now is use the ratchet and the wrench and socket and put the wrench on this side, put the ratchet on the other side, and basically unscrew it out. What could have happened was they might have used power tools with putting it in there, and essentially like the power tool just put it on way too hard and it probably popped it, like literally screwed it out of the light. But they never knew that because obviously, you know, they didn't see it anymore after they put it in there. So it should be pretty easy to take out, but if it's not, y'all will definitely know. But if it is, the next clip will be with this size light already put on. All right, so both outsides are on. All right, so obviously, like I said in the last clip, I did exactly what I said I was gonna do. Basically just use both of them to screw each other out from each other. So now all I have to do is put the middle one, and this is probably my favorite part just because it's something different. I don't see this one very often, so you guys will see in this clip how that turns out. I think I'm gonna take the car somewhere with more light. I'm in the garage right now, so somewhere with more light so I can show it off a little bit, but we'll see. See how easy this is gonna be. All right, so we're about to film my first reaction to seeing these lights on this car for the first time. I haven't even looked at them myself yet. I wanted to make sure I waited for you guys so you guys can see my reaction as well as get your own first reaction as well. But obviously you have the outside already on there. And I just put the middle bar on there as well. I actually didn't have to take this off at all. So that was pretty helpful, but here we go. 3, 2, 1. Dude. That is actually way too freaking fire, man. Oh my goodness. See if I can get a farther out angle there. I was kind of hesitant at first because I didn't know if it was like too much black for the silver. But that actually looks like really, really freaking good. Damn, dude. I love like the straight, how it connects all the way across. That's something that I've wanted to do for a long time, but obviously it'll look better once I get everything wired up. Obviously the wires are not connected yet. Once I get it wired up and you actually see the lights go across, it's gonna look way better. But I think that looks so good. Sheesh. Man. Lights are on, you can see them right here. They're all done. It's down a little lower. They're all done. I'm about to go start the car up. Well, not start it, just put it in the accessory mode. So you guys are actually getting the first look at how the animation is going to look on here. So make sure you let me know down in the comments how it looks, if you guys like it, if you like anything better than this, something like that. But definitely let me know what you guys think down below, because y'all are getting the first look at this, man. definitely worth it. Dude, this is so fire. So freaking tough. Wow. Yeah, dude, this is definitely fire. My freaking air system turned on because I got the car accessory mode. We really turned it on before my battery died. So yeah, definitely cool.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Alright, so I was turning my car on just so I can air out, but looks like this thing just freaking turned on the brake light, the ABS light, traction control, which is actually going to be the VSC that just turned on. Hold on, sorry, I don't know why it's on. So I'm not sure why that happened. Clearly something does not agree with something, but I did have this problem in my old 2IS. Essentially, when my bumper had flew off on the highway, I had this problem because it ripped out one of the cords. So I'm gonna go back through my work and see what I did to make sure that I did not connect something back that was supposed to be connected. But if everything's connected, that could be a pretty big problem right there. And hopefully that's not gonna stay like that, because I don't know what I would do in that situation, man. Because I want these lights, but I also don't want to deal with this. I don't know, man. So let's double check what I did, make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, y'all. Kind of sucks that that's what we're ending this off on, man. Everything was going so smoothly. Most of the time, all my like shorter jobs turned into really long jobs, but this was really one of the ones that remained to be what it was. It was a really easy job, but maybe it was just too good to be true. Sucks we're gonna have to end this video on this note, but I'm gonna have to do some research into figuring out why that's happening. I did a little bit just now. It says some things about getting a resistor. To be honest, I don't know nothing about wiring or electric stuff, so I'm gonna have to either talk to somebody or try to figure it out on my own. But yeah, man, it kind of sucks that we're ending on this. But if you guys did enjoy how the lights look on the car and enjoy me showing how to put it on there, for the most part it's pretty simple and pretty straightforward, pretty self-explanatory. But if you guys enjoyed that, make sure you smack that like and subscribe. If you guys want to see me fix those lights and see how I repair that problem that these lights gave me, make sure you guys drop a follow, drop subscribe, and like this video, and let me know that you guys want to see that. Other than that, man, I appreciate anyone that decided to watch this video, and I'll be sure to catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace. Hey man, we're here in the cave editing this video. If you made it this far, appreciate y'all watching. But I think I did figure out what the problem was, and I ordered the solution, and it's on its way. So make sure, like I said, you guys smack that like and subscribe, turn on post notifications, because anyone who gets these lights, you might end up having the same problem. So definitely be sure to have those post notifications on so you know my next video drops, because I will be making a video of me fixing this problem. Stay tuned, man. Thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good one.